Let me ask you something. When was the last time you walked into a real hobby shop and stayed for an hour? Not 5 minutes, not grab and go. I mean, stayed. Because if you built models in the 60s or 70s, that's what you did. That was the hobby. And today, most of us build alone. So what changed? This isn't one of those everything was better back then videos, because honestly, some things today are way better. But the way the model community works, that has completely flipped. Back in the 60s and 70s, the hobby shop was the center of everything. You didn't just go there to buy a kit. You went there to learn, hang out, talk cars, planes.
And then the propeller just flew right off and hit the cat.
We're into it. Yeah, sometimes you went there just to stare at boxes you couldn't afford yet. You remember that. Wall-to-wall kit, bright artwork. You pick up the same box 5 times before finally committing. No reviews, no build videos. It was really the artwork on the box that helped you make the decision. You bring your build in, set it on the counter, and someone would say, hey, next time thin your paint a little. That was your tutorial. Just a real person helping you get better. Then things started changing. Late into the 70s and into the 80s, hobby shops had to adapt. Slot cars faded, video games showed up, RC cars started taking over shelf space, and slowly plastic models weren't the main focus anymore. At the same time, costs went up, rent, inventory, competition from big retail, it all added up.
Star Wars. It's great in the arcade. Whoa! TIE fighters! Fireballs! Coming right at me! Watch the laser towers. Aim for the tops. Pick on the cannons. Use the force. It's coming too fast! It's free! It's free! My shields are gone! All right! I'm going in!
A lot of shops didn't make it. Suddenly, you could grab a kit at Walmart or Kmart while you were out getting groceries, and usually for less money. Today, it's even thinner. Out here in the Pacific Northwest, Kmart is basically a ghost story at this point. And Walmart, models are just Christmas guests. They show up for the holidays and they're gone by January. Also, we've got to talk about the price tag, because for a lot of us, it doesn't always make sense. In the 60s, a kit cost as much as a burger. Now, you're looking at $30, $40, maybe even $50 depending on what kit it is. And it really stings when you open that box and realize you're looking at the exact same mold you probably saw in 1960s or 70s, maybe even the 80s. So why the price? A lot of it is licensing tax. In the 60s and 70s, car companies saw models as free PR. Today, every logo on that box, from the Goodyear on the tires to the 442 emblem on the fender, costs money. We're basically paying to keep the machine running and keep those old molds out of the scrap heap. But the real shift didn't happen in a store. It happened in your house. The internet changed everything. Now you could order any kit you wanted, find rare stuff your local shop never had, learn techniques from people across the world. Forums popped up first, then videos, then full-on communities online. Before we had YouTube tutorials, Facebook groups, we had what they called the glossy gospel. These magazines were our internet. Titles like Car Model, Model Car Science. These were our manuals and our art galleries. But here's the thing. The magazines and the shops, they were a team. The magazines relied on those shops as their main newsstand. So when the shops started to struggle, the magazines lost their signal also. Legendary titles started vanishing by the late 70s. By the 90s, dozens of them had folded or been swallowed up. When that rack at the front of the shop went empty, it was a grim sign. If the magazines were dying, it meant our social network was losing its connection. And let's be fair, some things today are way better. Information, you can learn any technique almost instantly. Today, paints, airbrushes, detail parts, it's on a whole nother level than it was. Skill level? Let's just say it. Builders today are insanely good. That's not opinion. That's what happens when knowledge is shared globally. But there's a downside nobody talks about enough. We lost the physical community. You don't walk into a room full of builders anymore. You log in. Now it's search, scroll, watch, repeat. And be honest, how many times have you done this? You decide to start a new build, then you spend 2 hours researching, watching reviews, comparing versions, and you never actually start. I've done it myself. Today, we have so many options, it can actually slow us down. And here's another big one. Back then, your model just had to be good enough. Today, you're one scroll away from a museum quality build-up by someone who's been doing this for 40 years. That can inspire you or completely kill your motivation. Hobby shops still exist, but obviously they've changed. A lot of them focus on RC, games, events. The ones that survive usually have one thing in common. They build community. But here's the part that hasn't changed. The actual hobby. It's exactly the same. You open a box, you cut parts off sprues, you glue things together, you mess something up, and you either fix it or decide it was weathering. That part hasn't changed in 50 plus years. But let's be real for a second. Back then, you had 2 or 3 kits and you built them. Today, many of us have 50 plus and you're emotionally attached to all of them. Now, it's basically a retirement plan. And tools? Back then, glue, brush, maybe some paint. Today, you need a dedicated workspace, ventilation system, and pretty much a minor engineering degree. So is the hobby better now?
Are plastic models? Plastic models are extremely popular in far as number of pieces that are sold. The average plastic models would take that category as far as number of pieces, but in dollars, it's not near as many dollars because of all the new things that are available in radio control.
I think it's neither. It's just different. Back then, you had strong local connections, simplicity, fewer distractions. But today, we have unlimited access, global knowledge, higher skill levels. The best version of this hobby. Honestly, it's probably a mix of both. So here's the challenge. Next time you start a build, don't research it, don't watch 10 videos, just pick a kit, open the box, and build it, like you would have in the 1960s or 70s. And if it doesn't come out perfect, great. That's how the hobby was built in the first. The hobby shop used to be a destination, a place where we drive to on Saturday morning. Today, that destination is much, much closer. It's not that quiet space you've carved out in your garage, your basement, or your spare room. Those old storefronts might be mostly gone, but the hobby itself is stronger than it's ever been. The Plastic Cathedral isn't a brick and mortar building anymore on Main Street. It's right here under the glow of your under the glow of your workbench lamp. The shop is open. The light is on. Now get back to your bench and let's build something.